Hello and welcome to week 1 of Write Along With Me. If you're wondering why I'm laying in a hammock instead of sitting at my laptop, it's because this first stage of a new project is all about wool gathering. And I find there's no better place than to be outdoors in the fresh air, laying in a hammock, sitting in the garden and thinking about the project I'm going to work on. So over the coming weeks, I'm going to be taking you along as I start on a brand new project. Now, if you are a subscriber to my newsletter, you know that I have a project that I am in hopefully the final stages of revision on. So I am wanting to keep my focus on that. But I have a new project that's just been cooking away on the back burner for probably a couple of years now, and I keep trying to keep it quiet. But lately it has been knocking on the door and wanting to come out and play. So this summer I'm going to do exactly that, and I want to take you with me. I'm going to take you each week through the work that I'm doing on the new project, the foundation that I'm building, and then once we get writing, I'm going to share with you some of my tricks to get unstuck, or to keep motivated, or to keep generating ideas. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. If you're not a writer, but you just want a behind the scenes peek, come along with me as well. All right, so this week is my wool gathering week. And what I want to do this week is take my brand new project and just gather together everything I know about it. So for me, for this project, that's not a lot. I have 3 characters, I have a setting, I have a situation, I have some ideas about what could happen in the story, but that's about all I've got. But what I find is when you start putting these ideas together, new ideas start generating, and I find I know more than I know about the project. So here are some things I'm going to be looking at. Everything I know, big brain dump. I'm going to look at the settings, and that might include the geographic location or the era. I might have very specific points like characters, place of work or home. I'm going to look at the greater world as well. What's going on in that time and place, and if that's going to play into my story or not. Then I'm going to look at my characters. I'm going to figure out what I know about my main character, if I've figured out an antagonist yet in this story, who some of the secondary characters might be, but also think about some of the relationships or kind of character groups that my story might include. So that might be co-workers or family of the main characters, or who knows, I don't know until I dig in. I'm also gonna jot down any scene ideas I might have. So I have an opening scene that I wrote, I don't know, 5 years ago that's going to be part of this story. I don't know if it's going to be my opening scene, but for now it is. So as I start to think about these characters and places and this story that I'm building, I'm just going to gather everything I possibly can about them. I might know how the story ends or have an idea. I might think about if I have what's known as a money shot scene, which is that big emotional scene that might come up. If I know what the climax of the story might be, any problems my characters might encounter, just everything I can think of. If I've got some cool lines that I've gathered in my little writer's journal, or any inspiration, so things related to the story. So I might start thinking about a playlist, or articles I've read, or bits of research, or anecdotes, or movies that are, that sort of inspire the idea. I'm going to gather this all in one place. And part of this is also figuring out exactly where I'm going to gather that, whether it's going to be a notebook or my digital notebook, or if I'm going to start dropping it into Scrivener. So that's what I'm going to work on this week. And then finally, what's going to come up as you figure out what you do know is what you don't know. And so I'll make a separate list of things that I need to discover. I'm pretty sure one of those things is going to be plot. I'm pretty sure one of those things is what the heck I'm trying to say with the story. And I know I'm going to need to do some research for some of these characters. So all that I'm going to gather together. So if you want to play along, come along with me. And then at the end of the week, I will check in and let you know how it all went. So for now, I'm going to go back to my wool gathering.